Good morning, all. Welcome again to the Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. So, we'll start our session with the thought, a positive thought. So, today's thought is amazing things happen when you try. Okay, so we'll start our session with the glance of previous class. So, what we have discussed in our previous class is how we are managing the green IT. Okay, so next there are different types of strategizing green initiatives like strategic thinking, strategic planning, and implementation. So as you know that managing green IT, green computing is the study and practice of using computing resources efficiently with minimum and no impact to the environment. It also focus on reducing the use of hazardous material, maximizing the energy efficiency during the product's lifetime, and supporting recyclability and of defect products. Okay, and also the factory waste. Okay, as in the organization or enterprise there are many peoples are working, so each and everyone has their own responsibility like CIO, CTO, and IT managers. They can take the foster green innovation and take an active role in leading the development and implementation of enterprise wide green initiatives. It can play a central role in the leading the development and implementation of enterprise wide and green initiative. IT can play a role in all green initiative, investing in green technology and practicing that has been the potential to save money, make the company more efficient and competitive, and accelerate the ability of company to grow, besides to saving the planet as well. So as we know that green strategizing green initiatives are nothing but the successfully formulating, implementing, and managing green IT initiative with the different calls like strategic thinking, strategic planning, and strategic implementation. So strategic thinking is nothing but, as everyone else, you need a strategy to plan to green your IT or enterprise. Simply starting to write a strategic plan assuming the end product rather than clearly defining what the end product should be. So many managers, especially those with previous experience in a technical field, can think that both strategic thinking and strategic planning are same, but strategic thinking, formulating and implementing green IT initiative requires strategic thinking. So strategic thinking is nothing but action that prior to the strategic planning, which is prior to the development of those requirements. So it is different from strategic planning. So strategic planning and strategic thinking are different process. Strategic thinking is distinctive activity whose purpose is to discover novel, imaginative green strategies that offer value. The manager encourages to visualize potential features, so scenarios for the company compress you. Okay, so there are they focus on greener future state in relation where the company is today. So this will add a environmental value to organization through the selection of high payoff targets by responding to future new environmental realities and an accelerate rate of change towards green IT. So strategic thinking is not necessarily an innate skill. Okay, it is a mental process arising from personal and managerial experience that must be enhanced as a part of potential development or professional development. The intent in using strategic thinking is to enhance the organization's positions and purpose towards green initiative, specifically in the area of IT. Okay, so initially the IT manager must clearly understand the fundamental business goals that are deriving the move to green initiative within the organization, and then think about what it means to be green. Okay, so the goal is to formulate effective strategies consistent with sorry with business and competitive strategy. The means of the means are nothing but the examination and validation of policy issues throughout a long term perspective. So the IT manager must focus on finding and developing unique opportunity to create value by enabling provocative and creative dialogues about and with Green 90 initiative. Okay, so we'll move to today's session. So what we are having in today's session is we are having strategic planning, then strategic implementation, so your assignment, MCQ questions, and the reference book. Okay, so we'll start our today's session with the key points what we are going to discuss in today's session. So in the key points of today's session is describes the components necessary for successfully managing green IT, then illustrate how to demonstrate a strong return on investment on green IT implementation and techniques of a successful matrix program. Okay, so we'll start our session with the strategic planning. So as we know that strategic thinking and strategic planning are different process. So strategic planning is an organization's process of defining its strategy or direction and making decision on allocating its resources to pursue this strategy, including its capital and people. This is the process for determining where an organization wants to be in the short term and in the long terms, for example 3 to 5 years or more than 3 to 5 years. Without a clear idea of the direction in which the company wants to move in, green initiatives are likely to remain isolated from the rest of the business initiatives and process and will not form part of the company's overarching strategies. So strategic planning starts with a prior mission statement and a vision and leads to the formulation of goals and their objectives. Okay, the mission statement tells the tells you the fundamental purpose of the organization. What is the main objective of the organization? Okay, so it also defines the customer and critical process and informs you of the desired level of performance. So a vision statement outlines what the organization wants to be or how it wants the world in which it operates to be. It concentrates on the future as a source of inspiration and provides clear decision making criteria. Okay, so if a company is comprehensively moving towards a green environment, okay, so it should define or identify in the vision statement, even if only the IT aspects is going green, identifying that vision here identifies that at the highest company level green is critical, which greatly strengthen the IT department's position to accomplish its green objective. So every IT department should have its own strategic plan that supports the company in this mission statement and vision. The move towards green IT and should be prominent. This plan should approve by the organization or the upper management for full comprehensive support and then circulate throughout the management team and to all employees of the IT department. This informs everyone of the direction in which IT is moving, that is towards green, and encourages them to be a part of the change. Okay, thus getting the critical buy-in needed for success. Okay, so a company's management at the highest level must support the move towards green IT. So success is based on blend of technology and business acumen. So the CIO and the CEO must work together to author to authoritatively or mandate the acceptance of change and must persist until all the adopt and accept the changes. So as you know that in strategic planning, it is an process or it is a mental process between the professional and managerial. Okay, so hope you understood this. So we'll move to a strategic implementation. What do you mean by strategic implementation? Once there is a planning and thinking process will accomplished, then there need to be implement those things in the enterprise or the organization. So IT should recognize as a strategy resources one that can make a difference and actively support the company. Okay, uh, peers and partners cannot always see the best way to leverage IT as a strategic report. So IT manager must make it part of his or her job to ensure that IT is seeing in this light, as these action will also increase IT visibility. This increased visibility then allows the IT manager to demonstrate how green IT can have a positive value impact for the company. So here in this diagram, it shows that how the value of green IT can be increased in the organization. So as you can see, the process by understanding the process and procedure currently in in the use and the habit of the IT community of the users and customers. Some value processes can actually hire for some green initiatives. For example, turning off computer and power strips at the end of day prevents patches from being automatically pushed. So this should not be an impediment to greening action. It needs to change the process of pushing patches by looking for other options also, such as asking the user what time they would like the patches to be pushed, or pushing them prior to the computer shutting down, or new habits need to develop that both real and perceived value, which means a new set of rules for IT management also. To build a green environment, you must modify or abolish many old and familiar way of doing business. There is no silver bullet or a single vendor solution for a IT to magically become green. So every employee should follow certain rules to be changed in the green IT. So hope you will understood this. Okay, so we'll move to the glance. Today's glance, what we have discussed in the today's session. So as you know that strategic planning is nothing but it is an organization process of defining its strategy or the direction and making decision allocating its resources to perceive this strategy, including the capital and the people. This is the process for determining where an organization wants to be in the short term or in the long term. For example, 3 years, 5 years, or more than 3 to 5 years. So without a clear plan of the direction in which the company wants to move, green initiatives are likely to remain isolated from the rest of the business initiatives and processes and will not form a part of the company's overarching strategy. So, strategic planning starts with the prior mission or the statements or a vision and leads to the formulation of goals and objectives. The mission statement tells the people to fundamental purpose of the organization, which defines the customers and critical process and information of the desired level of performance. And the vision statement outlines what the organization wants to be or how it wants the world in which it operates to be. So it should be clear that the vision and mission of the organization must clear with the direction. Okay, so it also concentrate on the future as a source of inspiration and provides clear decision making criteria. So next, once the company or the enterprise or the organization wants to implement the strategic planning and thinking into an organization, so IT should be recognized as a IT as a resource, strategic resources, ones that can make a difference and actively support the company. Peers and partners cannot always see the best way to leverage IT as an strategy resources. So the IT manager must make it part of his or her job to ensure that it is seen in this light, as these action will also increase IT visibility. This increased visibility then allows the IT manager to demonstrate how green IT can have a positive value impact for the company. Okay, so as you know that the diagram shows the different increasing value of the company, which recognize the value of green IT and its visibility. Okay, so for example, just turning off your computers and power strips and the at the end of prevent patches from the beginning automatically pushed, this should be implemented to the greening action. That is, IT needs to change the process of pushing patches by looking for other options, such as asking the user that they want time or they would like the patches to be pushed or pushing them prior to computers shutting down. Okay, so this should be the new changes. So that is, the new habits need to be developed that produce both real and the perceived value, which means a new set of rules for IT management also. This to build a green environment, you must modify or abolish many old and familiar way of doing business, right? There is no silver bullet or the single vendor solution for IT to magically become green. Whenever once we want to be a magic, we should have to be change. Okay, once we want to a magic should happen, then we need a change in our enterprise or in the organization. Hope you all understood the strategic planning and strategic thinking. Then we'll move to the assignment. So as you have two descriptive questions, you need to write. Okay, so first one is explain strategic planning. So as you know that what is strategic planning, what is the difference between strategic planning and strategic thinking. Okay, so you need to write in detail what is strategic planning. Next, explain strategic implementation in detail. So you have to write the strategic implementation in detail with the increasing value of green IT. Okay, so we'll move to the MCQ, that is multiple choice question. So first question is, who are organization stakeholders? So as you know that the people from different department or community will be the stakeholders for an organization. So who are the organization stakeholders? So your options are customers, community, providers of finance, all the above. Okay, so what do you think? Who are the organizations, organizational stakeholders? So customers. So as a part, customer is also an organization stakeholders. Okay, community, because in an organization there are different departments are there with respect to different communities. Okay, providers of finance. Yes, there are some different departments will support financially to the organization. So what do you think? Yes, all of the above. All of the above are the organizational stakeholders. Okay, so we'll move to the next question. Next question is the human activity among the following which causes maximum environmental pollution having regional and global impact is. So what do you think? Means the human activity among the following means what are the activity which are followed by the humans, okay, which have the bad impact to the environmental pollution as well as global. Okay, so urbanization, industrialization, agriculture, mining. So what do you think? What do you think with this? The human activity among the following which causes maximum environmental pollution having regional and global impact is. Yes, your answer is urbanization. So urbanization has the bad impact to the environmental pollution. Okay, so we'll move to the next question. So your next question is the dash dimension of social responsibility refers to a business societal contribution of time, money, and other resources. So, what is your question? The dash dimension of social responsibility refers to a business societal contribution of time, money, and other resources. So, your options are ethical, philanthropic, volunteerism, strategy. So, what do you think? The which dimension of social responsibility? So, yes, it is B. That is philanthropic. Okay. So, what is your answer? Philanthropic. The philanthropic dimension of social responsibility refers to a business societal contribution of time, money, and other resources. Okay. So, we'll move to the next. A whistleblower is an employee who exposes organizational wrongdoing, complains a lot to a company management, engage in unethical behavior, referees dispute with other employees. So what do you think? A whistleblower. Whistleblower is an employee who exposes organizational wrongdoing. Okay, or an employee who complains a lot to a company management, or the employee who is engaged in unethical behaviors, or the employees who are referring dispute with other employees. So what do you think? A whistleblower is an employee who exposes organizational wrongdoing, right? A whistleblower employee is an employee who exposes organizational wrongdoing. Okay, so we'll move to the next. So a recommended way of minimizing unethical behavior is for employees to. So what is your question? Your question is a recommended way of minimizing unethical behavior is for employees to. Your options are Write anonymous notes to ethical violators. Second one, immediately report all suspicious behavior to top management. Third, spend part of their vacation preparing a personal philosophy of ethics. Next, confront fellow employee about ethical deviation. So, what do you think? A recommended way of minimizing unethical behavior is for employees to. So, your answer is D1. That is, confront fellow employees about ethical deviations. Okay. So, shall we move to next? Okay. So, your next question is corporate social responsibility. That is CSR. CSR stands for Corporate Social Responsibility. Consists of which four kind of responsibility? So what do you think? CSR consists different kinds of responsibility. The responsibility which are included in CSR. What do you think of those responsibility? That is corporate social responsibility. So your options are economic, ethical, social and altruistic. Second one, economic, legal, ethical and altruistic. Third one, fiscal, legal, social and philanthropic. Third one, economic, legal, ethical and philanthropic. So what do you think? What are the four different kinds of responsibilities which are included in corporate social responsibility? Yes, your answer is D. That is economic, legal, ethical and philanthropic. So, corporate social responsibility consists of economic, legal, ethical and philanthropic responsibilities. Okay. So next, which of the item listed is not a product of favorable corporate reputation? So what do you think? Which of the following listed items which are not a favorable corporate reputation? Your options are change more for its products and services, attract higher and keep higher quality applicants or employees, enhance their access to better capital markets, ignore the Foreign Corrupt Practice Act. So, what do you think? What are the changes which are not listed items in the favorable corporate reputation? Yes, that is your option is D. Ignore the Foreign Corrupt Practice Act. Okay. The items which are not a product of favorable corporate reputations are ignore the Foreign Corrupt Practice Act. Okay. So your next question is why according to stakeholders theory it is in companies best interest to pay attention to their stakeholders. So that is you need to tell why according to stakeholder theory the company interest is to pay attention to their stakeholders. So your options are it firms only act in their own self-interest employees may feel exploited. It firms only act in their own self-interest government might put more regulation on them. It firms only act in their own self-interest customer might not like the image that the company portray. It firms only act in their own self-interest and inflict harm on stakeholders, then society might withdraw its support. So, why according to stakeholder theory, it is in companies' best interest to pay attention to their stakeholder? because if firms only act in their own self-interest and inflict harm on stakeholders, then society might withdraw its support. That is, your answer is D. Okay, so we'll move to next question. What is triple bottom line? So, what do you mean by triple bottom line? Okay, so your options are an accounting tool that looks at the impact on people, planet, and profits. Okay, second option is a management strategy which states all the attention should be on profits. An accounting tool that looks at cost, profit, and loss. A management strategy which focuses on corporate social responsibility. So, a triple bottom line is nothing but an accounting tool that looks at the impact on people, planet, and profit. So, triple bottom line is nothing but it should look the impact of people, planet, as well as the profit. So, your answer is A. Okay. So, next question is, why do alternative organizations run differently from conventional shareholders led approach? Okay, so your options are they do not have shareholders, they are run in non hierarchical ways which aim to provide a positive impact on society rather than to make profit. They prioritize corporate social responsibility. They aim to give money to charities and good sources. So, your answer is they are run in non hierarchical ways which aims to provide a positive impact on society rather than to make profit. Got it? So, your answer is B. Why do alternative organizations runs differently from conventional stake shareholder led approach? That is, they are run in non hierarchical way which aims to provide a positive impact on society rather than to make profit. Right? So hope you all are understood. Okay. So you need to refer this book for your green computing. So lastly, I would like to thanks everyone from my team. Thank you one and all. Thank you very much.